Tengo una fe madura que va conmigo y me conquista. Tengo una cuenta perdida entre tu sombra y la mía que no me deja mentir.
It's the first day of the Americas Competitiveness Exchange program in Israel. Our first stop is at the Israeli Innovation Authority, where we learn about Israel's policy, government programs that support innovation, support companies, and support the entrepreneurs. We also had the pleasure of seeing 11 companies, new companies, startups that are changing the world, from agriculture to drone technology, from artificial intelligence to big data and cyber. We also learned about Israel's water policies, how Israel is treating water, how Israel is looking into water management as a comprehensive issue. Visiting Jerusalem is quite an experience. Seeing a city that is 3,000 years old but is still alive and thriving today, and also walking through the old alleys of the old city, visiting the Wailing Wall, visiting the Sepulchre Church, and witnessing history firsthand. In the evening, we went to the Israeli Foreign Ministry to attend a very festive gala. We had the chance to see Israeli Prime Minister, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu.
We started the second day in the beautiful city of Ra'anana in the Sharon Plain, a city where we have immigrants from America, South Africa, and Europe. We drove to the technology accelerator Sanara Ventures, an accelerator for an early-stage investment platform of Teva, pharmaceuticals, and Philips Healthcare, focusing on medical devices and digital healthcare technologies. In Sanara, we learned how young companies can advance and flourish with the help of some venture capital. We continued to Netanya, a city northern central district of Israel, and the house of the SCR Cow Intelligence Solution Company. The SCR provides advanced cow monitoring systems designed to collect and analyze critical data points from activity to ruminations for every individual cow. From there, we departed to the beautiful historical city of Caesarea, and then we continued to visit Hadera Desalination Plant. It's an innovation plant that provides clean, potable water for over 1 million people with an extremely narrow environmental footprint. Back in Tel Aviv, we heard the inspirational talk of the godfather of all innovation, Mr. Yossi Vadi, who is one of Israel's early entrepreneurs and co-founded, led, and helped build more than 80 high-tech energy, natural resources, and clean tech companies.
Third day of ACE9 in Israel. Starting early morning in Tel Aviv and ending in Berlin. It's a long day. First stop is in Yavne. We visited Aeronautics, and today it's a world-renowned company with a global footprint focusing on unmanned solutions, systems and subsystems in the aeronautics domain. And then off we go to the Volcani Agricultural Center of Excellence. This is one of the most important research centers in Israel, dedicated to different domains of agriculture, including fishery, irrigation, and many other aspects of innovation that were presented to our group, including plant protection, environmental sciences, and livestock management. And then we drove to the airport to catch our flight to Berlin. After 3 busy and interesting days in Israel, we are all excited to get to Berlin. Auf Wiedersehen, Tel Aviv. Shalom, Berlin.
So even slightly ahead of schedule, delegates arrived at Schönefeld Airport in the east of Berlin, where they were received by the welcome team ACE9 Germany. For some, it was meeting old friends. For some, it was making new acquaintances. They got on the bus and drove directly into the heart of Berlin to the Brandenburg Gate, which is now a symbol for democracy and for the peaceful revolution in Germany. The delegates got a short tour into the history of Germany in a Brandenburg Gate museum, and afterwards had a nice cocktail reception and got in the mood for the next days to come.
It's day 4 now in Germany, Berlin. Arriving at the Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy, and the official opening was done by the State Secretary Claudia Dörr-Voss. Germany presented, after Kim Osborne did the welcome for the OAS, the German innovation system to help small and medium-sized companies in innovation. Different programs were pitched by the program manager and by testimonials to show how it works in practice. After finishing the official part, We went to the EUREF campus, a hotspot of smart and green business development. It includes speeches from CEOs of local companies dedicated to the fields of energy, sustainability and mobility. The next site was so-called Factory. It's a next generation business club. After an interesting introduction what the Factory is, the German Minister of Economic Affairs, Peter Altmaier, did a keynote about cooperation and innovation policy in general. So after the Factory, the visit of the Reichstag building, this is the location of the German parliament with a great view all over Berlin.
Day 5 of ACE9 began with a bus ride to historic Dresden in the state of Saxony. Our first stop was at the Institute for Wood Technology, where we learned from researchers working on specific technologies linked to SMEs and industry. We had an amazing opportunity to network with researchers and learn firsthand the solutions that they are bringing to solve real-world challenges. Our next stop was at the Volkswagen Transparent Factory. There we got a close-up view of how the e-Golf cars are manufactured and enjoyed an exhibition which introduced us to new ideas for the future of driving. After lunch, we had the opportunity to visit the Fraunhofer campus in Dresden, where we witnessed cutting-edge research being undertaken at that campus. We were provided with guided tours of the campus where high-level research and development projects are taking place in the field of material and beam technologies, ceramic technologies, photonic microsystems, and more. We boarded the bus for a tour of the historic center of Dresden. After a short walk through the city, alongside historic landmarks, we boarded the boat for a tour of the Eber River. We were honored with the visit of Minister Martin Jülich, State Minister for Economics, Work and Traffic Affairs of Saxony.
We started our last day of this special ACE edition by going to the Adelshof campus, where we were given a very informative guided tour of the Berlin Electron Storage Ring Society, better known as BESSY 2. During these tours, the participants were able to interact and network with scientists and representatives from the centers. We were also given a guided tour of the German Aerospace Center, DLR. After lunch, the ACE9 participants then were taken to the Berlin Education Center, ABB, to learn about Germany's very successful dual education system, preparing and matching technical trainees to jobs in over 150 partner firms across Germany. Our last stop of the day ended at the Research Institute for Brewing and Malt Technology, VLB, where the participants learned about research and development issues in the global brewing and malt industry.
The OAS has led the Americas Competitiveness Exchange in its 9th edition as a program to support the common interests of our member states in advancing inclusive economic development and building prosperous societies in the Americas.
Finally, our co-hosts, Germany and Israel, handed over to the US and the state of California for the next ACE 10. We, the ACE 9 delegates, would like to take this time to extend our sincere thank you to our co-hosts of Germany and Israel for sharing with us all these experiences that have been memorable.